Jax did something this weekend that only single people can do. This is something that if you are not single, you can't do this. Okay, I just want you to understand this. And it doesn't even have to be like an old relationship. It could be a brand new relationship. Single people, this is what you can do. Jax bought a drone. Jax does a lot of production, a lot of video, a lot of audio. You obviously know that, right? Like she's really good at it. But Jax spent the weekend learning to fly her drone.
Yeah.
And only a single person with no kids could do that. If you were in a relationship, you couldn't have spent all weekend.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah.
So you went and you flew your drone. And by the way, you flew it over a streetcar. And I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Like, I'm not sure where you're allowed to fly those things. I think you have to have a license in the city to fly them.
It didn't ask me for one. It didn't
ask you. We expect the drone to ask you for one?
Oh yeah, they have. Oh my God, these things have all kinds of like rules and regulations. Like
really?
They also have all the zones. Like it is so, it's like policed, I guess. What a better term. Oh yeah, they like moderated. They have a lot of moderations on there, but they let me go. Yeah, I've been wanting to learn. I love film. I love like tech gear, video, anything. And I've been wanting to learn to fly a drone forever. And I had bought a drone in the winter. Obviously not the best time to fly a drone. But I took some time over the weekend and I flew my drone. And it's so much fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. And like it's 4K. Like it has a stabilizer, gimbal.
Beautiful.
Like they are beautiful, beautiful machines. And like DJI makes crazy ones. Steph and I nerd out about, production stuff all the time. But I had so much fun. But yep, I realized like, I'm alone, I'm alone. And
if you're ever on the dating apps, you want to check out my drone footage?
You know what? I'm too busy with my drone to even be on the apps. So, I'm minding my business. It's great.
Let me ask you, it's great. So when you fly those drones, is there like, if it goes out of your eyesight, where does it go? Like, are you able to get it back? Like, what do you do?
You can get it back. And I also have
do you have like goggles that you can see?
No, I don't have that. It's just,
because you can get that, right?
Yeah, they're expensive and fancy. I have like just like the Mini 3 DJI model. I have a built-in screen on my controller.
Oh, so you can see what it sees.
You can see what it sees. However, yesterday it was so far up in the sky and the sun was in my eyes and I couldn't find it. I was like, where are you? And then I was like looking on the controller. I said, where am I? And I couldn't hear it anymore. I thought, girl, where are you at? And yeah, but then I brought it closer, but I looked fucking crazy because I'm like squinting out, come back, come home. Yeah, it's pretty trippy, but quite a thrill.
Is it fun?
Oh my God.
I've always wanted one. I've always wanted to fly one, and I thought it would be very cool. We can fly it together. Yeah.
We can fly it and we can fly it over the lake.
Yeah. So, okay, that's my next question.
Yeah.
If that thing, let's say it cuts power and it falls into the lake or something, is water going to kill it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Can you get waterproof drones?
Oh yeah, for sure. But like they're expensive and I don't have the money for those ones.
Wow.
Listen, I'm just playing it fast and loose. But like it gives you like it says battery low, come home. It does.
So do you charge it?
Yeah.
What then? Okay. So
oh my God, you want to talk about this because you want to play with it?
I'm so interested.
Yeah,
I'm so
very
we
can play with it anytime.
So I guess my next question is like, what is your plan? Like, what are you going to do with it?
So I originally bought it because I was going to do a campaign. I was doing a campaign in the winter and then it like weather permitting. And then, so I kept it because I was like, I want this, but I'm going to bring it back to Nova Scotia with me. And I want to do a ton of like, water, like shoreline and just adventure stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's no shortage of that.
I'm just looking to fly a drone around my home province. Yeah.
Is there like a wind thing that like beyond a certain level of wind, it'll get blown away?
I don't know, but like it's surprisingly, I was saying to Steph earlier, like it wasn't still yesterday, like it was kind of windy. And because because it's stabilized, like you can't, it's so still.
Cool.
Like it is, Adam, we can play.
That's cool. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Should bring it to the park. I want to show Everly. I think she'd love it.
Everly, like your daughter, my son Reggie hates it. He's a dog.
Your dog.
No, Everly, like her birth's coming up. We can play. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I think that's very, very
well,
cool.
You thought you were going to get saucy with me, but
not at all. Not at all. So I'm now in the future. Like, are you gonna be the person that like brings the drone to outdoor picnics or like what? How's this gonna like? What kind of drone operator are you gonna be?
No, I'm not gonna be like,
because I need to know this. Like, is this gonna be your personality?
No, I'm not
gonna
be the drone girl. Okay. I'm not gonna be drone daddy. But I wanted to because like I do a lot of production. I like I do campaigns and video stuff. So I want to be able to have all of my assets ready to go. Like if I want to do this certain shot, I'll be able to have access to a drone or, you know, a gimbal, etc.
Can you set it to follow you?
I don't think on this model you can. Like the pros you can. Yeah.
Okay, so like I remember there was a back in the day when there was like a bunch of Kickstarters on things. There was a drone that I actually ended up getting my refund back from this Kickstarter, but they had this great idea where if you were literally like it had a wrist sort of watch thing and you could control it from that, but it would wherever you wanted it to be, whatever angle you wanted it on. If you were like,
oh Christ,
if you're like driving a car or you were, you know, in a boat or something like that, it would follow you and get the tracking and pan and all that, the shots that you wanted without you having to operate it. It would just sort of move on.
No,
its own.
that is too futuristic for me. I just want a drone that I can like fly up and see a tree and then bring it down.
What's a drone like that cost?
Like a drone, like one of those high end ones?
No, yours.
Oh, it was like $300.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like the lowest one. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
The picture of it, it's like, we'll have to put some footage in here.
Maybe with our production wizard, the real production wizard, Stephanie, we could do that. Oh yeah, I have fun. You know what? It's like, it's another creative output. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, maybe I'll make you a little video.
All right,
Yeah.
now the interview.
The interrogation.
The interrogation. You like that? Is that what you want?
No, I don't want to call it that. Somebody said that we should call it, but we'll stick with the interview for
Millsy
now.
wants to know, what conspiracy theory do you low-key believe in? Conspiracy theories, by the way, used to be fun. They used to be like interesting things you talked about at dinner. Now conspiracy theories are like, okay, how badly has the internet corrupted your brain? Like how lost are you? How no going back are you? And so I want to know, is there any conspiracy theory that's like a fun one? I'm not talking about like, Jax, if you're QAnon, I really don't want to know.
I was like, no, I'm not. Oh my God, I'm not. No.
I know you're not. But
I would like to see more footage of us going to the moon.
No, you don't. You know, it's interesting. One of the funniest things about that is the American flag like waving, and people were like, well, why is it waving? I'm like, I don't know. Could it be the zero gravity?
I don't know. Like I don't know anything about wind in space. So, but no, I don't really have any. I found that stuff too spooky. I just want to like, I'm just chilling. Don't want to, it is so scary out there. And I just don't want to believe that everything's even scarier. So I just mind my business.
Can I tell you one that
I know that you got one and it's going to be weird.
There is evidence that we could have had battery powered cars as early as the 60s or 70s.
Well, wasn't there already?
Yes, there was. And the automakers buried it.
Yes.
Bought the patent, buried it.
Yeah.
And
because of the fuel industry, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also because, you know, like the bigger automakers were internal combustion engine makers, right? So they didn't have access to the battery thing. So the battery thing, I think that was like batteries are pretty old technology.
Yep.
I don't think it would have been that hard to do back then. Maybe the cars wouldn't have worked all that great, but you still, you know what I mean? That I actually believe. I think that totally happened.
There are a lot of things that I think we've already had answers to that we aren't shown the answers to yet. You know?
Think so?
Oh, for sure.
Like you believe in like UFOs are considered like a conspiracy theory.
We've talked about this before. I respect the aliens. I want nothing but great. If it comes down to it, great interactions with. I will listen to them too.
You will.
I will. I am not here to cause any trouble with them. If it comes down to an alien war, okay. I don't want any drama with the aliens.
Jax, from Karen M. I need to know why the clock behind you is always set to 9:25. I love your podcast. That's detail, by the way. That's somebody that really knows the show.
Because Adam and I used to work for Kiss 92.5.
Is that actually the reason?
No, I bought it at Valley Village on Queen East, and I just put it there. And
you've just never said it.
We've gotten a lot of comments about this clock lately.
Have we?
Yeah, there's been a few others, people asking why the clock is not working.
Why isn't anybody you know what? We should be listen to the gnome. What about the gnome, huh?
Nobody's interested in the gnome. They want the clock.
No, I don't know about the clock. I was buying some knickknacks when Adam and I were building the studio, and I just
when you were building the studio.
When I was building the studio and charging Adam half. I just thought thought that's
That's what it is. Okay.
what it is.
Less exciting than I think
you know
people would have
what?
thought.
I am so sorry. That was a really boring ass answer. Yep. Okay.
All right, time for your recommendation, and I assume it's Sinners, right?
It's Sinners. Oh my God. And if you've seen it, message me. If you are going to see it, message me. After you've seen it, message me. All I want to do is talk about Sinners and Michael B. Jordan's body.
He is
Christ.
cut from marble, that man.
Whoa, double too.
Be ashamed to find out when he's 5'6".
Don't
He's
talk-
not actually.
Don't,
He's
don't
not.
bring
He's
that.
not.
Don't bring
He's
that
not.
energy here. What
He's
about you?
not.
What's your recommendation?
Mine is and Jackson's gonna light me up for this one, but it's Andor. It's the Star Wars show. It's getting regularly like Rotten Tomatoes like 9.5,
Yeah.
9.7 out of 10. It's you know why I like it.
No,
You don't have to like Star Wars to enjoy it. It's about
it's about the story.
it's a political drama.
oh, shut
It is.
Sorry.
It is. Star Wars is a political drama.
I know, but like,
So here's the thing. You're judging because you haven't watched. You think it's silly like laser swords and stuff like that. It's not. It's basically void of all that. There's none of that in it. It's all about authoritarianism and suppression of culture and propaganda.
Handmaid's
and
Tale.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Well, it's not as dark as Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale is pretty friggin' dark, but it is along that. It's that sort of, and it kind of rings through with the times when things are getting a little bit
Yeah.
squirrely out there. You kind of go, okay, yeah, this is how this happens. So
boop, bop. That's
I'm
like
t- I am-
all the
I
robot
honestly,
sounds.
I wish you would
yeah,
watch it
no,
because I
for
think
sure.
you love it.
I'm actually really busy watching the last season of Girls.
Yeah,
for
because that's
for
it gets
no
so
rea-
much better.
for no reason.
All right.